what he meant. He meant that he's going to allow Nigerians to come to our country without passport. That's what he said. Out of 195 countries, he had to go choose Nigerians. It will not work. So Ramaphosa, the whole country is waiting for you to resign. If you don't resign by yourself, the South African will force you to resign. So before the South African people, before we embarrass you, before the South African forces you to go resign, because we will, you are not going to be the first one to resign. Thabo Mbeki had to resign. Jacob Zuma had to resign. You are not different. You are not special for you not to resign. So we're asking you, Mr. President, to resign, because the whole South Africa, there is no one. We need a president who will put South Africa first at all cost. We need a president that will put South African first at all cost. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending what time you're watching this video. You could be watching me from South America, you could be watching me from North America, you could be watching me from Asia, you could be watching me from Africa, the motherland, you could be watching me from Australia, you could be watching me from Europe, you could be watching me from the Caribbean. If it's the first time you come across this face, or it's the first time you come across my channel, my name is Hlulani, the Tsonga Prince from South Africa, guys. And I just want to say thank you guys, to my old subscribers, to my new subscribers. I just want to say, guys, thank you so much. I can see there's a lot of new subscribers coming. Keep on coming. Keep on subscribing. That's what I mean. Keep on subscribing. We are in the road to 10,000 subscribers, guys. So please help me to get to 10,000 subscribers. And all the haters, they're not excited because they can see the channel is growing. They used to say that I won't even reach 1,000 subscribers. Now we're sitting over 4,300, guys. So we are not far away from, we're almost halfway to reach to 10,000 subscribers. So help me if it's the first time you come across my YouTube channel. So please, guys, hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit the bell and the bell so that the bell notification, so that when I post any video, so you can get the notification. And don't forget to subscribe and leave your comment and tell me where you're watching me from, and comment and what you think about the topic that we're talking about today. So but I just want to say thank you guys for always coming back and support my channel. I need your support. We need to clean up our country. I will not stop cleaning my country. I am here. I am not going anywhere. I'm here to defend my country, guys. So I promised you yesterday that I'm going to do a follow-up video, and I have to do a follow-up video because I saw a statement coming from the office of the president. So I just felt, let me respond to this statement that the president have released. But I just feel this is like they're trying to do damage control. They're trying to protect themselves. Cyril Ramaphosa, let me say, he wants to protect himself. I think all of us South African, we heard what he said and we understood what he meant. He meant that he's going to allow Nigerians to come to our country without passport. That's what he said. What the things that he's saying in this. They call it statement on simplified visa process for Nigerian visitors. I don't buy it, whatever he's trying to say here. This is damage control. That he's just trying to save himself from whatever's happening, because already the whole country, we want Cyril Ramaphosa to resign. We're not going to back down. Cyril Ramaphosa, you are going to resign. We don't need your service anymore. Guys, before I say so many things, let me read you what this letter says. The letter says, the heading says, statement on simplified visa process for Nigerian visitors. And then it says, Wednesday, December 2024. The presidency wishes to clarify misunderstanding that appears to have arisen from the President Cyril Ramaphosa opening remarks at the SA Nigerians Binational Commissions yesterday, the 3rd December 2024, about the simplified visa process for Nigerian nationals. As part of as part of the work underway to modernize and streamline visa application processes worldwide. South African missions in Nigeria have improved the efficiency and convenience of applying for visa. This is part of visa reforms initiated by the South African government to enable economic activities and boost the tourism while protecting our national security. The modernization of the visa application process does not compromise the integrity of the visa system. Prospective travelers can apply for the visas without submitting the passport along with the application at the time of application. They are only required to submit certified copies of the by page of the passport, and the actual passport should also be validated during the application process for verification and confirmation. Once visa has been approved, they are required to submit the passport for process to be completed and for the visas to be affixed in the passport. Those changes have improved the customers' experiences while ensuring the security and integrity of the overall visa application process. So basically, it's trying to correct his statement that they released yesterday. And no anyway, whatever he has written here, he did not, some of these things that is written there, he did not put it like that. He simply told us that we've seen the video, I've posted the video, it's either click this video here or here. I'm not so sure if it's this here, if it's there, but just click somewhere, it will pop out. Just click that video and see what he said. He simply said Nigerians will not need a passport to apply for visa when they come to our country. And it's something that our country is against, that we know what Nigerians are capable. If there's one country that we are not going to make it easy for them to get visa or how to get to our country, it's Nigerians. Out of 195 countries, he had to go choose Nigerians. It will not work. So Ramaphosa, the whole country is waiting for you to resign. If you don't resign by yourself, you know the South African will force you to resign. So before the South African people, before we embarrass you, before the South African forces you to go resign, because we will, you are not going to be the first one to resign. Thabo Mbeki had to resign. Jacob Zuma had to resign. You are not different. You are not special for you not to resign. So we're asking you, Mr. President, to resign, because the whole South Africa, there is no one. You can even come to this video and check. I mean, the video that even I posted, there's not even one person who wants you to be the president of this country. I think the South African people were tired of you leading us to the wrong direction. Mr. President, the whole South Africa is asking for you to resign. So this letter that you just wrote to the people of South Africa, it means nothing. We have a video of you telling us that Nigerians will not need a passport to come to our country. It is not us, it is you who came out with those statements. And let me tell you, Mr. President, that is not the only thing that made South African to be fed up. It's a lot of things that you've been doing, and you're not putting South African first. You are putting illegal foreigners first in our own country, while our South African people are suffering. That is one of the reasons that South Africans are fed up with your leadership. We need a president who will put South Africa first at all costs. We need a president that will put South African first at all costs. We need a president who will put South African first at all cost. Not half cost, at all cost. So, Mr. President, we are asking and begging you, please resign before we take it to the street. Because it won't be nice when we take it to the street. If you know what is best for the country, just resign. If you want things not to be destroyed in this country, just resign. Because you know, once people take it to the street, so many things will be destroyed. To avoid that, Mr. President, please resign. Mr. President, resign. We are asking you to resign. Your service is no more needed here in South Africa, because we can tell, we can see that you don't put South African first, foreigners first, foreigners for all. Foreigners are getting everything in our country, and the people of this country are suffering. So, Mr. President, you had the call from the South Africans. It's not me, it's everyone here except the ANC. Maybe even some of the people in the ANC, they want you to resign. But as we speak, the people on the ground, they don't want you to be the president of this country. Enough, it's enough. We have given you so many chances. You came out when it came to the spaza shop. Instead of saying those who are legal in our country can come and register the spaza shop, those who are not legal in this country must take their bags and pack their things and leave our country before they get arrested. No. You don't come and say that. You simply say all the spaza shops must come out and register. What about the illegal foreigners that are in our country? What about the illegal foreigners that are killing our children? I'm just mentioning things that are just happening like recently. There's so many things that we as South Africans were not happy. Maybe I'll do that on another video. I'm going to stick to the current activities that have been happening. These current ones that have been happening. So our people they're asking you, Mr. President, for you to leave the office. Leave the office. It is time. Those people that you have invited to come to our country without visa, without passport, because Nigerians have been reporting all over that now they can apply to come to this country without passport. That's how the Nigerians understood you. So you are not going to make this country a lawless country. Already we have, if there's one country that's South African that have problem, the number one country, there could be other countries, the number one country is Nigeria. And you come here, you tell us you want to easy visa requirement. You are not going to easy or relax anything when it comes to visa requirement. And there's no Nigerian who will get a visa for 5 years in this country. There is no Nigerian who will get a visa for 5 years in this country. They come and go as they please. Because sooner or later, the same people that you have given the visas, they'll be bringing drugs in our country. They'll be the same people stealing our identity. We are not going to allow that. If the parliament approves such things, those things need to be reversed. So, Mr. President, let me tell you why the people of South Africa says they don't want to. Mr. President, you have failed to deal with the illegal spaza shop in our country. Mr. President, you have failed to deal with illegal miners, the Zamazamas in this country. Mr. President, you have failed to deal with illegal foreigners in our country. Mr. President, you have failed to deal with the drug dealers that are coming from Nigeria. You have failed to deal with drug dealers that are coming also from all over the world. Mr. President, you have failed this country from these people who are scamming our people in our country, especially the Nigerians who are coming to this country to scam our people. You have failed into that department. Mr. President, you have failed to be the president of this country. Mr. President, you have failed to create jobs that you promised us South Africans. Mr. President, you have failed in many things that you have promised the South African. You promised us the new dawn. The question I'm asking you, Mr. President, where is the new dawn that you promised the people of South Africa? Because we still have the old dawn that has expired. We've been waiting for the new dawn, but In our shelf, we have expired dawn. So, Mr. President, where is the new dawn that you promised South Africans? Because you don't speak about the new dawn that you've promised South Africans. So, Mr. President, we are asking you to shift. Mr. President, we are asking you to step down. Mr. President, the whole country is speaking. Mr. President, no one wants you to be the president of this country. Even the people who have brought you to that seat. I'm talking those people who supported you in 2017. The white people who have brought you to be the president of this country, also themselves, they're not happy. So, Mr. President, we're asking, before we take it to the street, we don't want to go to the street, because if we take it to the street, it's not going to be nice. It is not going to be nice when we take it to the street. So, for the better of this country, for the safety of this country, Mr. President, we are asking you to resign. South Africa, we are not going to risk anything to partner with Nigerians. And we're not saying all Nigerians are criminals, and we're not saying all the Nigerians are drug dealers, but we're saying the majority of them that are here in country are drug dealers and criminals. So we are not, because of business, we are not willing to risk this country. Because MTN and MTN, ShopRite, Pick n Pay, they're in Nigeria. Those companies are not even owned by us. Mr. President, you must tell us who owns MTN. You must tell us, you must tell the black people of this country who owns Pick n Pay. You must tell us who owns ShopRite, because it's not us. We are not going to pay for things that we don't know. So, Mr. President, we're simply asking you, we don't care about what you have agreed with the Nigerians. If those companies need to come back home, they need to come back home. And we heard that the Nigerian M10 is bankrupt. So the question is this: what is this MTN still doing in Nigeria if the Nigerian M10 is bankrupt? If the statement is the truth, what is M10 still doing in Nigeria? But to make things short, Mr. President, we are asking you to step aside. You have asked Jacob Zuma to step aside. Jacob Zuma he did step aside. He did not fight. We're asking you too to step aside. Let other people run this country. We want a president that will put South African first at all cost. The people of this country must come first. And I just want to let you know, this country is not governed by the ANC or the DA or this GNU government. This country shall be governed by the people of this country. So we make the rules. We put you there. We just put you there. But we are the people who govern this country. So the people who govern this country are requesting for you to step down. And we don't want another president from the ANC. And we don't want another president from the DA. We don't want the president also from the EFF. We don't want the president from the EFF. We don't want the president from the DA. We don't want the president from the ENCs. These three parties, we don't want it. We want a president that will put South African first. So, Mr. President, I think the people have spoken that enough, it is enough. The people of this country have spoken that they want you to resign. It is time for you to resign. It is time to go take care of your kettles. It is time for you to leave, because we can see that South Africans are not put first under your government. Now we understand when Jacob Zuma, he called it the government of Ramaphosa. Now we understand what it means, the government of Ramaphosa, not the government of this country. So, Mr. President, we are asking you to resign, and we're saying it is time to go. Jacob Zuma have stepped down. Thabo Mbeki have stepped down. It is time for you to step down. And I don't want to lie, guys. And I didn't think I'll make also a video about this, but maybe we'll talk about on the next video, is that Gayton McKenzie is so quiet. I was a bit disappointed to see him there, but I don't know. Maybe we'll talk about that on the next video. I'm starting to see the soft Gayton McKenzie, not the Gayton McKenzie that we know. Maybe we shall discuss that on another video. But I'm just a bit disappointed that he was there and he did not say anything. And I know he has always supported us. And I don't hear him these days because our country is dying and our president is trying to sell this country. We must not back down, guys. Our president needs to resign. It is time for our president to leave the office. Other people have left the office. He is not special for him not to leave the office, because sometimes I sit and ask myself, what has Ramaphosa done what has he done in his term? The first term that he had, he has done nothing compared to what the other 3 presidents have done. There's nothing, because we as black people, we literally went broke. Everybody is broke as we speak. So my question is that, what have Ramaphosa done? The money that was circulating among us, it is no more there. That's why we need our township economy. And we not only want our township economy, we want the economy of this country. It's not only township economy that we want. We want everything of this country. It belongs to us. We want everything of this country. And under Ramaphosa, we will get nothing. Foreigners will eat and take our money, send it back home. They don't even bank their money. Their money goes back in bags. Back to Somalia, back to Nigeria, back to Pakistan, back to Ethiopia, back to Zimbabwe, back to Mozambique. These people don't even bank. These people don't even pay tax. So it is not as business as usual. Mr. President, we're asking to resign. So guys, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. More videos are coming. My name is Hlulani the Tsonga Prince. I shall see you on my next video. I love you guys. Peace and love. Sharp, sharp.